it's Mrs. V. So we're gonna finish up our coloring today. So super important to remember, I don't want to pick colors next to similar colors. So I think I'm gonna pick a blue for the background of this guy right here. We're just gonna start right off. So super important to get that border in there, make everything nice and neat. Just to make sure that I have all of my parts, pieces. There we go. And get that border in there. And then I can make a border around each little shape as I color. And as I work up, each little one is going to get a little tiny border. So I was really careful to not pick pink or purple or red because those were all colors that I had used previously around this shape. And I wanted to make sure that I was not using a similar color because I wanted each puzzle piece, if you will, each little piece section to be its own distinct color and kind of special color. So I'm just going to make sure that I color all around every single one. And I'm probably going a little faster than you guys might, but it's super important to put that border in because we end up with nice, neat coloring. And I'm just going to color all of this in through here. Remember, neatness counts. We want to be not just creative artists, but neat artists as well. All right. So I'm just going to pick, I think I'm going to do this kind of pinky color. Actually, I want to do this. I'm going to do this peachy color for my little squares here. I get all of those. And I kind of make a little border, and by making the border in the square, I pretty much color it in. All right, I'm going to get this little guy right here, and I'm actually going to leave some white space for this one. So I'm just going to do the yellow stripes in here and leave those areas white because it's such a tiny little shape. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a trick for this one. So this one I'm going to do green, and I am going to do my leaves in dark green and my background in light green. So this works if you have, this little trick works if you have two similar colors and you're using the darker color for your details. So it really only works if you're using the dark color for your details and the light color for your background. I don't recommend this technique if you're using two really different colors. Like if you're using, you know, dark red and dark blue, it won't work. But because I'm using a dark green for my details, so dark version for details, and a light color, so this light green for my background, this would work. Okay. So most of the time we would color around everything, but if you have two similar colors, so I had two greens, you can start off with that border. Just want to put that border in there. And then I'm going to go right along this edge. And right along this edge. And then right along this edge. So I've got my border in there, and I want to get my border around my little heart that's in here. Okay. Now I'm going to color over my Sharpie lines right here. So the little vine lines. Normally, I would say if these were two very different colors, you would want to color around each of the little vines like I did right there. But because these are similar colors, as long as you're coloring small and being neat, you can actually color right over that green because this light green is not going to change that dark green all that much, and you're still going to be able to see it. So if these were like red leaves and I was coloring over with blue, you probably wouldn't be able to see them very clearly. So, but this little kind of trick works if you have two of the same color, just a light and a dark. So I'm coloring up and down. Another way to color too, guys, is also just to color in little circles. So it's kind of up to you, whichever you prefer. I tend to color up and down more. And then if I have teeny tiny spaces, I'll color in little circles. So here I'm kind of coloring in circles just to get all those white spaces. So there we go. Quick little, so remember you got to use two of the same color for that little trick to work. I think I'm going to grab some pink here and put some pink in my hearts. And I'm going to leave the rest of this heart white. So I am leaving some white spaces, not a ton, but some. There you go. And I'm just going to call that a day for that one because I think it looks cute with just a little white heart with the pink, with the little pink ones inside. I'm going to get this little guy right here. Oh, I almost picked a greeny yellow, and I don't want to pick that because that is very yellow. So I think I'm going to, oh, and I almost picked purple, and that's pretty purple, so you can't do that. Let's see. I think I will take, let's see, maybe this turquoise color. And again, I'm just going to color some of these little stripes and leave those two areas white because it's so tiny. All right, so I think I'm going to do this one kind of a bright orange. So I'm going to use my little technique that I use here. So I'm going to use the dark orange for the little dots we have right here. Okay. And then I'm going to use my kind of lighter orange and I'm going to color right over those darker orange dots. So again, two of the same color, darker color goes in the little details. A lighter color you can use for the background. And those darker orange dots will still pop because they have an outline around them and you colored them a little bit darker. All right, so I think right here I'm going to do a light, let's see, I'll do this melony color, kind of this one right here. So I'm going to make my border not quite pink, not quite orange, not quite peach. Right, and I'm not going to color in my swirls or anything. I'm just going to color over them. I'm going to treat them like one solid color. And I'm just getting my border around all my little shapes right here so I can fill those in. All right. Oh, and I got to get my bottom. Right here, get that little edge right there. Okay. So I'm just going to color this whole section one color. And I'm still pressing hard so I get nice coverage and I don't have any big white spots or marshmallows as I call them. And I'm just going to color it through here. And over here. There we go. There we go. So now I filled this one in. So I think I'm going to use orange and purple because I haven't used really any orange. I'm going to use the orange for the little, I call this my nacho chip shape. This reminds me of nachos or tortilla chips. And then I'm just going to do a very light purple around my section here. I could leave it white again like I did over here, but I think the purple would be a nice kind of contrast to the green I have. And I'm just going to do my best and color around them, little nacho shapes. And in a tiny space like this, I find coloring little circles helps because it's such a little tiny space. And I'm going to get all these guys. All right. Looking good. All right. So I have two sections left. I'm going to color this in a pattern. So I don't want to pick green because I have green. I don't want to pick pink. I don't want to pick blue. I do think I'm going to pick a gold color right here. And I think I might pick a like dark red color. So I'm going to do brick red and golden red. So I'm going to start off with this kind of brick red in this section, which is really dark, kind of dark red. It almost has like a purpley tint to it. So I'm going to skip a space, and then I know I'm going to put one over here. So then I know this section is going to be golden red, and then this little section right here is golden red. And this is enough difference that I can see. I'm going to trace all of this in through here and then color all that in. It's kind of a dark yellow. So even though this green is kind of a yellowy green, this yellow is dark enough that it works. And then just down here and then down here. Okay. And then I'm just going to finish this right here. All right, so that looks good. So I'm going to do this last little section right here. And let's see. So I don't want to use pink. I don't want to use purple. I think I'm going to do a wild strawberry, which is kind of pink, but it's a hot, hot pink. So it's a different enough pink from this one. And I used orange there. So I think I'm going to do, I was going to use green. I'm going to do turquoise. So I'm going to do a turquoise color over here. I highly recommend testing your colors on the back of your paper. I'm going to do this turquoise blue. So that looks good. Or I will use a robin's egg. Ooh, going definitely robin's egg. Okay. So I'm just going to color each little section a different color. That's all. I'm going to do one, skip one. I'm just creating my little borders in there. And then do one, skip one. All right, so I did every box a different color, and you could either, I alternated. So pink, not pink, pink, not pink, 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 not pink, pink, not pink. And so I'm just gonna fill in the rest with my robin's egg blue, but you could even go so far as to put a different color in every single box if you wanted to do that. So that would be something you could do too. All right, guys. So as we start to finish up, a couple little things to remember. Please remember to take a picture and share your beautiful finished, completed artwork with me. I love to see your artwork. It makes me super happy. Next time we have art, you will need your art paper, the black construction paper, along with the little smaller pieces of red, yellow, purple, green, I believe I gave you guys, clipped to it. And you will need a glue stick or glue and scissors. So you will need those things for our next art meeting, which we will be Zooming together for that next one. All right, so don't forget to get those. Those are in the lobby at Millridge. If you haven't picked them up, don't forget to pick them up. So I've completed my awesome heart art, Romero Britto inspired, all these different crazy colors and patterns. And I really like it. I think it came out really good. Makes me happy. Bright spring colors, finally seeing some spring. So don't forget to pick up those papers if you haven't done so already. And then next art class, have your construction paper, glue stick, and scissors, and a pencil ready for art. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.